What is everybody? And today we're going to be reacting to yet another Gumball video, but this time, what if a Gumball was charged for his crimes? Yes, that's right. We're going to be watching this man deserve the sentence he gets. All right, this man deserves to be in jail. All right, I don't want to read the comments. I almost spoiled myself. That's right. What if Gumball was charged for his crimes? Let's jump right in. We're going to see what this son of a does. All right.
Today we're gonna find it out. Starting in the episode, the mustache and the multiple.
Sorry, what episode was this?
Today
I said it at the bottom for like a second.
Starting in the episode, the mustache.
Season 1, episode 26. There you guys go.
And the multiple crimes Gumball commits in this episode are insane. It starts with Gumball and Darwin accidentally.
You know what's funny? This video is only 15 minutes long, and this is probably like only like a small percentage of like what this character actually does. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the video. Maybe it does encompass it all. I mean, you guys will definitely know.
Into buff adults with facial hair after eating Richard's cereal,
Oh my
which is
God.
actually just pills. And with all this newfound strength, Gumball decides to go on a crime spree. His first crime is throwing a dodgeball so hard at Tina Rex that she smashes through the wall and gets knocked out cold. Next, he does what every new adult would do. He steals a car.
Oh
For
my
this,
God.
Gumball would be charged with
Bro. First thing I did when I turned 18, I stole a car.
aggravated battery and reckless driving. And since Gumball is only 12 years old, sentencing him as a minor would be no fun. So for the sake of this video, we're gonna charge Gumball as if he was an adult. And
Yeah,
for
that
these
makes
crimes,
sense.
He would get a sentence of 15 years and $25,000.
That's probably not even the worst thing that he's done in this show. I saw that man set off a nuclear bomb last episode, so I guess we'll see. 15 years? Huh.
Fine. In the episode,
The schooling, okay.
schooling, Gumball
Season
gets a
6, sorry. I do want
15
to
years
let you
and
guys know
$25,000
what episodes these are.
fine. In the episode, the
Season 6, episode 18. Okay, there you go. He goes by really quickly, so I don't
Gumball
catch
gets
him.
a job as a bank teller. And when a robber shows up, the coworker tells him, "Relax, we're the bank. We rob people, not the other way around." So Gumball takes that way too literally and cleans out every account, snatches jewelry, and even threatens to take a guy's kids.
Oh my God.
I have children. Good to know. We'll come for them next.
That's not just theft, that's a felony. For committing robbery and coercion, Gumball would get another 10 years and a $15,000 fine.
We're racking this shit up. Hey, he works at the bank. All that's legal now.
But in the episode The Spoon, Gumball and Darwin end up on the other side of the robbery. It all starts when they hit up the gas station to buy their mom a gift, when they see Sal Left Thumb robbing the whole place. But
These characters are so
somehow he
unhinged.
convinces them that he's stealing for charity, and being the good kids they are, they help him loot the place.
I wouldn't call 25 years so far good.
And when the cops show up, Sal tells them to distract the police so they don't ruin the surprise. And they do perfectly. Things only click though when they find a full safe of cash and they're about to hand it over. Right then, their family walks in, and then they finally realize that they're criminals. Then they try to stop Sal, but in the process, they completely destroy the gas station. For this, Gumball will be charged with helping a criminal, obstruction of justice, and vandalism, adding another 13 years and a $23,000 fine.
Bro, this man is already almost 40 years in prison. God damn, Gumball.
In the episode The Hug, Gumball takes the awkwardness to a criminal level.
Oh,
Let me
no.
explain.
Oh,
It all
God.
starts with an impulsive hug on the hot dog guy. But once he commits, the hot dog guy refuses to let go, turning one awkward moment into days of uncomfortable interactions. Desperate to escape, Gumball tries to force hot dog guy to break off by
Alright,
doing something
we're continuing.
truly
Sorry, I had
messed
to
up,
pause.
feeding him actual hot dogs. Shockingly,
Oh my
hot dog
God.
guy eats them. For this, Gumball would be charged with
Cannibalism.
criminal solicitation and mental torture, giving him another
20 years.
and a
This motherfucker now spent 58 years.
$3,000 fine.
$66,000. That's actually not that bad in retrospect compared to the 58 years of your life in prison.
In the episode The
Damn.
Cycle, Richard gets constantly picked
Oh,
on
sorry.
by his lifelong bully Harold Wilson. First, he rams his car into Richard in the parking lot. Then, he steals his pants and replaces them with women's pants. Unfortunately for Harold, the kids have seen everything, so they decide to create a plan to get him back. They don't know exactly what the adults want, but when Richard mentions money,
Can't say that, can't say that. Two of those at the same time, can't say that either. Money?
Gumball comes up with the perfect idea. Write him a fake check worth $1 billion.
Oh my God.
This may seem like a stupid prank because every bank would know it's fake, but Harold doesn't cash in the check straight away. Instead, he uses his own money. He starts lavishly spending the money on jewelry, a private helicopter, butlers, and so much more. This little prank put him in debt and basically destroyed Harold's life forever. Gumball here would be charged with check fraud and forgery, adding an additional 20 years and 20
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
to his
Oh my
sentence.
God. Hey, we're about to cross that $100,000 line. We're only 3 minutes in, or sorry, 4 minutes in, practically. And this man is already at 78 years in prison. Yeah, 78 years in prison behind the bar. $91,000. Oh my God. This guy's evil.
Another instance where Gumball seriously hurt someone was in the episode called The
This
Test.
guy,
The
The
episode
Test.
begins with Gumball, Darwin, and Sarah G. Lotto doing those old Facebook tests.
The more we look at these things, the more our brains deteriorate.
So you're saying you don't want to know what type of sitcom character you are?
Gumball at first doesn't want to do it, but he quickly changes his mind because the test says it will blow his mind. The character he would be in a sitcom is the loser. He obviously isn't satisfied with the results, so in order to change that, he decides to do the exact opposite of things he would do in his everyday life. This detail is important because unlike his usual self, who's overall a jerk and a nuisance, he is now actually acting good.
You look like a new man. Haha, thanks.
But this becomes a
Dude,
problem because
true.
of all of the toxicity built up inside of him. The whole episode
Oh,
then
no.
turns into a sitcom, with him finally not being a loser, but the popular kid. And Tobias, who is usually the cool kid, is now the loser. Finally, at the end of the sitcom, Gumball spits out the venom.
My God. Hold on, I have to look at that
kid
face
is now the
again.
loser.
Oh my
Finally,
God.
at
Bro.
the end
Oh
of the
my
sitcom,
God,
Gumball
bro. Look at this face, dude. Look at the veins. Holy shit. God
spits out the
damn.
venom accumulating inside of him right at Tobias, burning his whole
Ooh.
face and
Oh,
leaving
murder.
a nasty hole. Tobias survived that, but as we can see, he's in a critical state. Who knows, he may have
Oh.
died too. For this, Gumball will be charged with aggravated battery, giving him another 10 years.
And aggravated battery and probably attempted murder too. Probably be a little bit more than
And a
that.
$10,000 fine. In the episode The Gift, Gumball and Darwin turn giving gifts into a literal crime spree. When they
Oh,
get
no.
invited to Masami Yoshidate's birthday party, they're terrified. Why? Because last time someone gave her a bad gift and they literally disappeared.
I remember him. He gave Masami a pair of toe socks.
Big mistake. Masami doesn't have legs. Next thing you know, Harry's dad lost his job at the Rainbow Factory, and the whole family moved out of town.
So the
Oh,
boys
God.
need the perfect present, something she doesn't already have. Richard suggests the one thing money can't buy, nothing. And how do they give her nothing? By kidnapping her and locking her in their basement. Needless to say, Masami panics, floods the place, and nearly drowns them all. Luckily, she busts open the door and saves them.
Still
Gumball here would be
kidnapping?
charged with aggravated kidnapping involving a child, which would give him a life sentence and a
88 years plus life. Bro.
$50,000 fine. In the episode, the
Isn't a life sentence just 80 years, right? Or am I wrong about that one? I don't know how a life sentence works.
spoiler.
And I'm also too lazy to look it up, so I guess you guys are just gonna let me know down in the comments.
Gumball turns into a full-on savage because he can't escape movie spoilers. Gumball is hyped for the new movie The Screaming, but since everyone in Elmore has already seen it, avoiding spoilers is nearly impossible. At lunch, all his friends start spoiling the movie by using food metaphors. Furious, Gumball eats all of their lunches in retaliation. But then Anton,
So
a
stealing.
literal piece of toast,
So not bad
tries to spoil
so
it
far.
too. So yeah,
Oh.
Gumball just straight up
Oh my God, dude. He was so happy too. Look at him. He was so happy. Little did he
A
know.
literal piece
Little
of
did
toast.
he know.
Tries to spoil it too. So
And
yeah, Gumball
murder. Oh my God, dude.
just straight up eats him. Yes, cannibalism, right in front of everyone. Later on, when a random guy in the radio
Cannibalism,
starts spoiling
murder.
it, Gumball physically assaults him.
First caller. Hi, my name is Rocky Robinson. It's called The Screaming because...
Oh my
Rocky,
God.
are you there?
All of this just to watch a movie in peace. For this, Gumball will be charged with second-degree murder and aggravated battery, giving him life in prison plus 5 years.
Oh my god. 93 years plus double the life in prison. God damn.
And a $110,000 fine. And that wasn't the only time Gumball killed Anton, because in the episode The Recipe, the episode begins at the school pool, where Gumball has to demonstrate his life-saving techniques on Anton, and it goes horribly wrong. And Anton ends up dying in front of the whole class. But the very next day he comes to school, he acts like nothing happened. So Gumball decides to test this by killing him 10 more times. After confirming that he's somehow immortal, he goes to Anton's house to see exactly what's happening. And when he sees this completely blows their minds. So they decide to try it for themselves. But things didn't go as planned, and the next thing you know, there are almost 100 Antons. What's even worse is they're a lot dumber and more obedient. Now, the clones need to find the original Anton.
So just normal Reddit or Twitter users, essentially. Dumb and obedient. Sorry, I always throw some shade at Twitter and Reddit.
But it doesn't end well. They all just kill each other. And to add to the problem, the first clone of Anton, the burnt one, now assumes the role of Toast Leader, and they hunt for the real Anton. But in the end, Gumball kills him too, saving the real Anton's life. For this, Gumball will be
Dude, look at his face, bro.
In the end, Gumball kills him too, saving
this guy. Look, he lost his smile, bro. It's gone. It's forever gone. No more. That is a traumatized piece of toast.
Real Anton's life. For this, Gumball will be charged with 40 accounts of first-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter, and his punishment would be getting the death penalty.
Oh my god. Gumball deserves the death penalty, that's for sure.
And
God
a $4 million fine. In the episode
$4 million. Damn.
The debt, Mr. Robinson doesn't run over Gumball while parking his car. That's it. Simple. But now, Gumball insists he owes him his life. So Gumball decides to try to help him throughout the episode. This help includes moving a wet floor sign, causing Mr. Robinson to slip and eat pavement, setting up a booby trap for intruders.
Dude, how is this gonna get worse than 40 cases of murder, bro? Oh my god.
Just injures him instead, and thinking he's dead in a tanning booth and trying to revive him with a defibrillator twice. And after all that, Gumball finally saves him, only to immediately crush him under a platform.
My god.
For this, Gumball would get charged with second-degree murder.
Bro, that's horrifying.
Immediately crush him under a...
Oh my god. Bro. This show is messed up.
Platform. For this, Gumball would get charged with second-degree murder and aggravated battery, getting him another life sentence in prison,
there you go,
plus 5 years and an $110,000 fine. Now, I'm sure you guys all know Alan, the good-doing balloon with no flaws whatsoever. Yeah, Gumball kills him in this episode, which is the voice. And it starts with Gumball and Darwin chatting with their friends on the computer, when suddenly, a mysterious person threatens them and says he'll have his payback for all of the bad stuff they've done to him.
Dear Gumball and Darwin.
What's with the voice?
It says read in a deep, scary voice at the top.
So the two come up with the idea to apologize to everyone in school. When Gumball was apologizing to Alan, he gets pretty frustrated by him because he is just too nice. So what does he do? He punches him in the sky, making him fly away, and then grabs a rock, which ends up popping him. After apologizing to everyone,
there it is.
they finally seem to be at peace. But not for long, as the evildoer was now onto them. It turns out that the mysterious person's name was William, the winged green eye. At first, he starts running after them and using his powers to hit him. But then, he has a change of heart when he realizes that they never ignored him, but just simply couldn't hear him because he has no mouth. It's too late for that now, as Gumball grabs a racket and smacks him so hard that it sends him flying through a window. For the crimes in this episode, Gumball will be charged with second-degree murder twice. And because of the severity of these crimes, he would get 2 life imprisonments and an additional $200,000 fine.
Dude, we're already at 98 years plus 5 life imprisons and the death penalty. Bruh.
In the episode The Traitor,
Bruh.
Gumball goes full-on stalker mode and commits several crimes along the way.
Yeah, here we
It all
go.
starts when Alan bails on Gumball's special dinner, saying his mom is sick in the hospital. But when Gumball sees Alan's family out and about, he assumes it's all a lie. So what does he do? He tracks him down, chases his car, and explodes multiple innocent bystanders in the process.
Oh
Then,
my
at the
God.
hospital, he accidentally kills Alan's Uncle Phil.
And there.
Today. Stop pretending.
That was my Uncle Phil.
And for some reason,
Oh my God, bro. This is probably going to be the death penalty again.
he performs an actual surgery on Alan's mom. The
my
surgery doesn't
God.
kill her, but it messes her up so badly that she can only talk out of her butt.
What the?
That is cursed. Oh, the hell?
Is
That
she
is
talking
so.
out of her backside now?
For this,
That is
Gumball
so
will be charged
cursed.
5 times with second-degree murder,
There it is.
impersonating a medical professional, unlicensed practice of medicine, and reckless endangerment, which would get him the death penalty.
Yeah, there it is.
Another 20 years in
Oof.
prison and a 585
Dude, we're almost at the 5 million mark. Let's get those numbers up. These are rookie numbers, bro. 2 death penalties. Man, this guy. This fucking
$1,000
guy.
fine. In the episode The Job, Gumball commits a
Ugh.
ton of murders, and one of
Who would
them
want
is
one of
pretty
those?
messed up. It all starts with Richard getting a job as a pizza delivery guy, but Gumball and Darwin being nice decide to help him get the job done. The first customers they're supposed to deliver pizza to is the Pepperoni family. Coincidentally or not, the Pepperoni family is expecting a baby and Gumball has just brought it to them. Or at least he tried. Just as he was about to hand it to them, he drops the baby pizza onto the stairs, murdering a baby right in front of her parents. That must have been traumatizing.
Oh my God, bro. Their faces, dude. This show. I love how he keeps saying, like, oh, Gumball and this, I forget his name, are really nice people. I would call this nice.
But hey, at least he gave them another baby. The next victim to die in this episode
Oh.
is the next customer,
There you go.
Mr. Small. Gumball was supposed to deliver the other pizza they gave to the Pepperoni family to Mr. Small, but since he doesn't have it anymore, he resorts to improvising. They make their own vegetarian pizza out of mud, grass, and chewing gum. Mr. Small was so hungry that he didn't even look at the pizza before eating it. Unfortunately for him, he gets poisoned and passes out
We
on
shall
the spot.
continue.
Although he
My
didn't
bad.
die, poisoning Mr. Small is a serious crime as well.
Wait, what did they
For
poison
this,
him
Gumball
with?
would get
I feel like I missed it. I had to pause. Sorry, I'm gonna reverse.
eating it. Unfortunately for him, he gets poisoned and passes out on the spot. Although he didn't die,
Okay, it doesn't
poison-
say what was in that thing that had poison. Probably like, I don't know, probably had Prime. Dude, I'm throwing some shade right now. I actually don't mind Prime.
Poisoning Mr. Small is a serious crime as well. For this, Gumball would get charged with involuntary manslaughter and poisoning, getting him yet another
20 years,
in
baby.
prison and a $35,000 fine.
Dude, we're so close to that 5 million mark. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it up there. Come on, Gumball. These are rookie numbers.
But brace yourselves, because this next thing might just be the worst thing Gumball has ever done in any episode. What I'm talking about
Oh
is
my
the Saint, where
God.
Gumball literally
This episode, I died laughing,
tortures
bro.
Alan for
Oh my
being so
God.
nice. It starts with Gumball and Alan sitting in the library. When
Let me
Gumball-
guess. Hold on. Before this video ends, I'm gonna say this one is trafficking. Trafficking
accidentally spills his
charges.
juice on the computer, breaking it and making it burn. Then he tries to extinguish the fire with his juice, but it just makes things worse and the computer explodes. The librarian is now annoyed and starts running towards them like a mad bull.
Oh my
But
God.
Alan is here to save the day. He sacrifices himself for Gumball, saying he's the one who did it, so he gets detention. Now, you might think that Gumball would be grateful for his act of kindness, but instead, he gets irritated by it. Gumball then vows to break him and make him show his real colors. The first thing he does is by posting inappropriate stuff on his social media
Oh
account,
my
making
God.
him look bad and lose many friends. But unfortunately for Gumball, Alan sees this as an opportunity
Dude,
to
that
befriend him
face.
once again.
The face that the balloon gets when it's like, this is like probably how like Twitter users or Reddit users feel when they virtue signal and just like, this is the face that they think they have for sure. when they virtue signal.
Which makes Gumball even more mad. The next thing he does is make Darwin impersonate him in order to destroy the relationship he has with Carman. But this doesn't make him break though, so then Gumball steals his last meatball at lunch. And by far, the worst thing he does in this episode is kidnapping and selling his parents to a clown at a children's birthday party. Failure after failure, and Gumball finally goes insane, to the point where he decides to only do good things from now on. For this, he would be charged with impersonation, forgery, stealing, and human trafficking.
There it is, baby. I knew it.
Which would get him life in prison, plus 8 years, and a $215,000 fine. Bringing Gumball's total sentence to 2 death penalties, 5 life sentences, 128 years in prison, and total fines of $5,400,000.
There it is, baby. 2, oh my god. 2 death penalties, 5 life sentences, bro, and 128 years in prison. I mean, that already is life in prison, pretty much. But this guy's this probably is just the tip of the iceberg of how menacing this dude is.
But by far the worst crime you guys committed is watching this whole video without being subscribed.
Damn, he calling me out right now, bro. How dare you? Anyway, this is Gumball Universe. I'm gonna link this video down in the description below. You did a great job. I'm gonna give your video a like. Is his channel like kind of newer, I wonder? So is this guy just like, yeah, it is relatively new, 3 months ago. Let's see what crimes we commit. I'm just looking at his videos now. Like, this is the end of the video, so like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna link it down in the description below. Most loved versus most hated Gumball characters. Darwin's entire story explained. This guy actually makes some really interesting stuff. How much food has Richard Watterson eaten? He can beat Goku. Hold on, look at this one. Look at this. Dude, this episode was so funny. Oh, amazing. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all later. Peace out. Check out this check out this. Why did I say I looked at universe, I said check out this universe. Anyway, check out this channel. Goodbye.